Hi everybody, I'm Jack and this is Raw Tropical Living. Thanks for joining me today. Finishing up the week here on a cold note. We're about to get very cold here in the deep south. Probably going to be about 25 to 27 degrees the next couple of mornings, so going to have to stay bundled up. But it's kind of nice. Having been in the tropics for so many years and probably going back, it's nice to have a little bit of cold weather, but not too much. I'll be ready for some heat. Today I want to talk about the raw food diet for sick people versus healthy people. I want to make a few things clear. I do videos every day, so if you're not already subscribed to my channel, I'd appreciate it if you'd hit that subscribe button now, then click on that little bell and check send notifications so you'll stay subscribed to the channel. Very important to check send notifications because a lot of people get unsubscribed to various channels on YouTube. I just wanted to do this video today. Listen, I've done a bunch of videos. I do videos every day. So sometimes, and this can maybe be a little advice in other areas of life, other people's videos, whatever. You have to have things in context. If you watch one of my videos, sometimes I'll get a comment or something. It's not like a rude comment. I'm not thin-skinned or anything. I don't get a lot of bad comments, but sometimes I'll get a comment that leads me to believe, okay, this person has pinpointed one thing I've said in one video out of over 1,000 videos. So you always have to have a little context on things. So that's just something I'll preface by saying this. And also too, I want to always make this very clear. There's how I eat and there's how I do my channel. And I always want to be, what am I trying to say? I want to be more inclusive. I want to reach a wider audience. I don't want to just be so narrow that all I have that are interested in watching my channel are just like perfect little raw vegans that are already raw vegan, which I just don't really see the point of that. Like, I don't see the point of a fully hardcore raw vegan channel because all you're doing, you're kind of preaching to the choir when you do that. I want to, like I said, I want to inspire people on a plant-based lifestyle. I want to get people eating better, and they're going to decide for themselves. You can't strong arm anybody. You can't beat them over the head and tell them how far to go. So, like I say, my goal is always just to I want to introduce people to a plant-based diet, and then after they kind of understand and maybe even want to do a plant-based diet, then we can take them a little bit further and further and give them some better options. But I do want to make it clear my thoughts on this subject. And once again, they're only my thoughts. You know, sometimes I may overthink things, but I have a lot of time on my hand, and I analyze things people say and people's reactions and whatever. And anytime I see out there, and you've probably heard me mention this before, I don't ever understand why anybody gets upset over anything that's said about this food. If it's not how you do it, proceed. You know, you don't need everybody to agree with you. You don't need validation to do what you want to do for your body. So, hey, everything I say on this channel, take it with a grain of salt. Your mileage may vary. Now, while I'll say all that stuff, and I'm very inclusive, and I even make fun of the raw food is cooked food is poison type, for me, 100 for my optimal health, I believe in a raw diet. I believe in a fully raw diet. It just is what it is, and I'm going truly by how I feel. When I was in Costa Rica and I was getting good tropical fruit all the time, I felt my absolute best. When I was eating, when I was eating 100% raw, down there, I was feeling my absolute best. But I had availability all around. If I'm sitting here right now and wanted to, imagine if I was sitting in Costa Rica right now, I could always go and get tropical fruit. If I ran, even at that place where I was in the mountains, now I look back and think, yeah, that wasn't any problem to go shopping at all. I hop on a bus, I go downtown 10 minutes, boom. I've got papayas, I've got pineapples, I've got mangoes. A little bit different story in the States. I get by, I survive. I'm not thriving as much as I was in Costa Rica, but I'm doing good. Making gains in the gym. It's kind of a different phase, I guess, being down there having the tropical fruit and being up here and kind of just doing it on bananas and greens smoothies and what have you. But I digress a bit there. So like I say, I'm very inclusive on this channel. I'm not going to throw cooked vegan under the bus because I think there is a lot of, I mean, it's just life-saving stuff, this plant-based lifestyle. And I'm just not into the splitting hairs between, oh yes, if you eat cooked, you're just not going to get any of the benefits of a plant-based lifestyle. That's just hooey. But, oh, and also too, one little more thing, just kind of preface what I tell you, what I'm about to say here. I always talk to, and people like kind of think I'm dissing it or making fun when I'm like, you know, they know not to really ask me about the cleanses and about detox and healing and all that stuff, because I'm a healthy person. And I don't, you know, I just see this and it's kind of like a little gimmicky thing, and I don't see those people making any real progress. The people that are constantly doing their little feast and fast, and, you know, they're always on one. They're always on one. Now, as I say that, once again, keep things in context. Just because I say that, and just because I say I don't feel the need for juices, juice fast and cleanses and all this kind of stuff, doesn't mean I don't think they have their place. I'm not led to do them as a healthy person that feels great every day, that's not suffering from any health issues. But, and here comes the big but, where I've become just as strict as can be, raw as law, dyed in the wool on this lifestyle. Pardon my language, but you can bet your ass, if I had a serious health condition, yeah, there wouldn't be any question. I would do the best of the best, and there would be none of this, well, I don't know, I don't feel like this, I don't know. You know what? Reality doesn't care about your feelings or your thoughts. There is just, you know, there is getting things done. And if I had some sort of major disease, and once again, I am never telling anybody else what to do, how to do theirs, but I'm just saying for me, yeah, I'm cruising along, and I eat healthy, and I eat very high raw. But yeah, if tomorrow, if there was a serious health issue, I would go up that pyramid, that healing pyramid. I wish I could find that and I would share it. I shared it a while back on social media and can't find it. It's a good new pyramid version, and it just kind of has the different levels of healing and things you drop, you know, and there's, in certain levels, it's still, you know, people are eating, well, down at the bottom, you're still eating cooked, and then you go up a little more and you're dropping more, and then you get to a certain point where you're even just getting into the, you know, mono fruit, juice feast, water fasting, dry fasting. Once again, we're talking about healing, and we're talking about some very serious issues here. We're not just talking about, you know, some little, I think I'm going to try to get a little bit cleaner. I'm going to detox for whatever woo-woo purposes people happen to, oh, I'm detoxing to get this, blah, whatever. But yes, if my life depended on it, and once again, I'm not judging anybody else. It's just sometimes when you see something that's outside your perception, it's like, yes, I just can't even comprehend that. When people have something serious wrong, well, also too, I should mention to you guys that I am a huge baby when it comes to pain. I am a huge baby when it comes to being sick. So, having said that, I would do most anything that made sense to me once I'd come to a comprehension of it, and I felt like, yes, this is the way. I would do most anything, no matter how stringent it was or strict it was, to avoid pain and sickness. Now you amp that up a notch and you say that I have something that's life-threatening or that greatly affected my quality of life. It's not even a thought. It's not even a question. I would do whatever, the best of the best, the highest of the high. I have a friend that has healed some serious issues of their own, and they work with other people, and they were talking about some of these other people, and we're talking some serious issues. We're not talking, like, once again, we're talking about life-threatening, I could be gone off this planet in less than a year issues, and she puts them on a protocol, and a number, and so many of the people have done well on the various protocols she's used. And even these people will be doing well on a protocol, and then they totally go off the rails and eat some stuff and have these bad reactions after having results. And I'm just like, to me, that's asinine. That's asinine. I don't care. And there I am going to be a little hardcore. I don't want to hear any of this, well, it was tough, it was this, it was that. No. Common sense. I could possibly die. If you tell me I've got to eat grapes for the next 120 days and I can't eat anything but grapes, and that's what's going to, you know, help my body to heal. I don't believe a food actually heals your body, but I think it's more or less what we're doing to get out of the way and having something light. But I'm not saying that that would be it. I'm just using that as an example. But if you did tell me and I came to that, okay, this makes sense because the grapes, I'm using way less energy to digest and more energy is going towards the healing. I'd eat grapes for 120 days. And you bet your butt you're not going to hear me say, well, it was hard, or, oh, I mean, I got this, or my emotions were that. No, 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 no. My head is down. I'm eating grapes. Eat grapes or die. Eat grapes or die. Eat grapes or die. And that would be it. So you know, like I say, there's two different ways to look at this lifestyle, and I think that's always very important. And I try to separate that, and I try to, as I'm interacting with people, I try to answer questions accordingly, and I try to interact accordingly. Most of the time when people send me a message or send me an email or something and ask about anything, you know, disease related or that's real serious, I try to get them some information, but that's not my field of expertise. That's not my field at all, because once again, the people like Tanny Raw had a lot of issues coming into this lifestyle. Melissa had some issues coming into this lifestyle. I can think of a number of my friends that don't do YouTube channels, and they're not people you would necessarily know their names. They had issues coming into this lifestyle, so they had different ways of approaching this. They had different needs that I don't. You know, like I say, life isn't fair. The way I live my life, I should have probably come into this with more health issues than all of you combined, but I didn't. And that's why I eat the way that I do. But I understand the knowledge. I understand the knowledge. It's there. If I ever need to use it, you better believe I would. So anyhow, I just wanted to kind of clarify that a little bit, because I do go back and forth, you know. And if you, like I say, if you don't have context, you could think I say one thing on one day and one thing on the other. No, it's just that, you know, I'm doing my thing my way. I'm doing it in my circumstances. My circumstances change, as you've seen through the time on this channel. And yeah, that's my story, and I'm sticking to it. Hey, I wanted to show you guys, I got another shirt. This is the Vegan Muscle by Plant Protein shirt. So anyhow, hope you guys enjoyed this video today. If y'all like it, please give me a thumbs up, and I'll see you again tomorrow. Love you guys. Peace.